Up now with the Prince of Wales. This is intermediate quadruple sculls. On the right-hand side of your picture, we've got Bath University, who have leapt out of the start ahead of Hinksey Sculling School and Exeter University. And actually, this Hinksey composite was the race we saw yesterday, where their opposition from Craftsbury got a little bit muddled at this point in the race.
Yeah, they had a little incident on us at the start where one of their athletes, got their blade stuck in the water, called a crab, and they kept trying to row while he was trying to get it out, and it spun round his left blade. And then Hinksey just capitalised on that, it's taken advantage of the situation, got a huge lead, and then managed just to hold on and cross the line first. But it was probably a gift that happened yesterday. It'd just be interesting, because this Bath unit that raced yesterday were really impressive when they beat the Oxford lightweights.
Yeah, Bath University. I know there's a lot of Bath fans tuning in to watch this quad. It's kind of made up of some world-class star athletes. Again, a programme that's been running in this country, identifying talent for many years now. And Bath's actually one of the centres that champions the world-class start programme and has produced the likes of Helen Glover and Heather Stanning came out of that programme at Bath. So, yeah, we could be looking at some future Olympians here, Mark.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of these kind of centres around the country that are looking for that talent. We want the next breed of athlete coming through. And it's, we talked about, you've named us two big household names of our sport. From obviously in the women's pair that won those 2 gold medals in London and Rio. And then obviously, having young athletes or young men coming through is really important as well. So having both sides of the sport taken care of, I think is hugely important. And obviously for these young athletes to come to Henley, and perform in this manner just shows that things are working.
Yeah, things are working. They currently lead the Hinksey and Exeter University composite, which we're looking at on the screen there. And actually, we have the director of rowing for Hinksey Sculling School in the stroke seat, Bodo Schulenberg, who at 38 years of age is championing this crew, leading his men down the course. And, well, Mark, that's pretty impressive.
That is really impressive, coming down the track at that age. I feel low, so I should be out there now, but no, I'm way too old. But no, it's really impressive, and I suppose it's kind of leading by example, if you want to look at that, isn't it? Having a centre, want to be involved, obviously trying to help your athletes, but then, okay, I can do it as well, sort of thing. So I think that's really important, because it's that kind of mutual respect comes from that, doesn't it?
Indeed, and I mean, he'll be very proud, Bodo Schulenberg, because this is actually the first time that Hinksey Sculling School has made it to Henley as a club. And we've seen them in lots of events, actually. They're not just in this Prince of Wales event. They've got crews in the Brit as well. I think they've got a crew in the Y-fold, if my brain serves me correctly. Frantically scrounging through paperwork now. But, yeah, they've got crews across the whole of the club events. And this is an intermediate event here in the Prince of Wales. So, again, to make it to the Friday, Catherine and I were saying earlier, it's a big achievement.
Your knowledge is very impressive, I'm not going to lie. They're also in the junior women's 8s as well, so it shows the breadth of, and I think that's the uniqueness of the regatta this year. It's allowed clubs to have that opportunity that may have never got it before, because it feels like a home regatta. We do have some foreign entries, which is great, but it just gives people that chance to race up the Henley course that may have never got to do it before.
So Bath University extending their lead past Remenham Club, which is the the white tent in the background with all the flags on. We've got a close-up of them there. Joe stops in the stroke seat for Bath. He's backed up by Angus Pollock. This is Angus's second time competing at Henley Royal Regatta, both times for Bath University. And again, another start athlete, and behind him, Jamie Gare, another athlete that started with world-class start. He is a whopping 2 metres tall in the 2 seat. Well, certainly see why he's been picked up by world-class start, Mark, and coached by Dan Harris. Yeah,
and I think that's the thing. You walk around giants in this sport, isn't it? Everybody seems to be really tall. I feel quite short when I walk around at the moment. But yeah, 2 metres, yeah, that is exceptional. And you look at the age of this crew, they're all around the kind of 20. So, that kind of, this is really early on in their career, which is, great to see them at Henley and racing with this maturity as well. You just saw the image of them from behind, totally focused on what they're doing, totally in control and just moving really well as a unit.
Yeah, look at that from the side on angle. You can really see their bodies moving together. They're really letting the boat run underneath them up through the recovery, And yeah, a beautiful sign of a well-running quad. And in the bow seat, Ben Smeaton, back again, having raced for Leander first in 2017. He's now gone to University at Bath. So we'll be enjoying being back on the initial home stretch of water.
Yeah, and obviously with him kind of steering the boat as well in the bow seat, you know, doing the calls, he probably really knows the course extremely well. You know, the markers, where things are, and that inside information is invaluable when you've got kind of a novice group of athletes coming to the regatta. Just, you know, where we are on the course is so important because it is so long.
Do you know what we were saying yesterday about the mile markers and things? It's there to confuse people, right? They're not quite sure how far or how long down the course they are. 1 mile, 1 mile and 1/8.
Well, I remember as a junior, I didn't know where any of them are. All I knew was falling. That is halfway. Then I know it's downhill from that point. That's the only way I looked at the course, because there are so many and they're on either side. So that's what gets confusing as well, because obviously you just focus on your lane, your side. But if you miss one on the other side, you're going to get caught out.
Well, Ben Smeaton in the barrel seat for Bath will certainly know where those markers are. A boy who's rode for Leander back in 2017 here at Henley Royal Regatta, and will notch up a win in this Friday of the Prince of Wales Challenge Cup for Bath University with little effort expended, and a great win there to have a crew at the weekend. I know certainly the president of Bath University, who I was chatting with earlier, said they would be delighted if they got a crew through to the weekend. So job well done. They're over the line, and the Hinksey and Exeter's composite will wrap up their campaign there.